Why real estate makes for a great investment? Well, make sure to stay tuned and check out today's video because I'm going to give you 6 great reasons why it does. Hi everyone, Arinzeh here. Thank you so much for checking out my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 6 great reasons that make real estate a great investment. As many of you know, I was a former real estate investment banker myself. I own property and I specialize as a property agent today in working with buyers and sellers. I work with a lot of buyers, and it's so important when they're talking about real estate as an investment. They know their reasons, but I thought I'd create this video to make sure I give you 6 great reasons why real estate should be considered and why it makes for a great investment. So let's dive in. The first reason is that real estate appreciates, generally speaking, over time. Supply and demand is the greatest driver, and in most areas, there's just not enough housing for the population. Then there is inflation that drives up the cost of housing and construction costs. Given that, it means that over time, property prices and values have and will continue to increase. This graph shows the overall trajectory of property prices across the UK since 1970. You can see that the overall appreciation trend is positive, with London leading the way, not just on average property prices, but also at the rate of appreciation over time. Next reason why real estate makes for a great investment is that it is leverageable. And what do I mean by that? It means that someone, a bank or finance company, will lend you money to actually borrow against the property value to purchase it. Now, for me, I think this factor alone puts real estate in a class by itself and really distinguishes it from any other investment asset, because I really can't think of anything else where somebody is going to lend you money to actually purchase it. And that will really impact your return over time because it's really based on the capital you put into it, not even the overall purchase price. And because it's a physical asset and can be secured, that's where banks are willing to lend against it. I can tell you as a former banker that banks are not in the business of owning real estate and have no desire to. And that's why they need to make sure that their loan to value gives significant cushion. But at the end of the day, they have a tangible asset that they can secure or take as security against that loan that they've made to you. And this leads me to the next reason why real estate makes for a great investment. And that is the fact that it actually provides shelter. It is a tangible product. It is housing at the end of the day. It functions to serve a need for all humanity, which is to provide shelter and housing. And you can improve it over time through sweat equity by refurbishments, whether they're cosmetic or fundamental, and really add to the value and improve the quality of that shelter. The fourth reason why real estate makes for a great investment is that it generates rental income, which means that you can have someone else actually paying your mortgage or your debt by renting it out. Depending on the mortgage payment, it can generate a sizable source of cash flow that can be used not only to pay down debt, but can be saved to reinvest in other assets over time. I have to note that for many London investors, cash flow and yield, which is the excess that they make off the rental income compared to the cost of investment, is less of a driving factor as they're more investing for the long-term appreciation that London has been able to generate. The fifth reason that real estate makes for a great investment is that it is deductible. Depending on jurisdiction, the interest payment on the mortgage is tax deductible, creating another great reason to invest in property. This means that all things being equal and depending on interest rates, you're actually better off buying a property with a mortgage than with buying it with outright cash. There might be other deductible expenses such as maintenance and repairs, wear and tear allowance, and in America, you can get a deduction for depreciation over time. And finally, my 6th reason as to why real estate makes for a great investment is that it is stable, which means it's slow to rise and slow to decline. You're not going to have the same level of volatility, say, compared to the stock market. This is a great graph, and it shows the comparison of property prices relative to the FTSE 100 stock market index. Looking back since 1980, you can see that both have risen steadily, but you'll also notice that the downward drops in the stock market have been much more dramatic, and I dare say very painful if you're an investor during that time. So I hope this video has been helpful to outline some of the reasons that make real estate such a great investment class. Which one struck out most for you? I'd love it if you'd leave me a comment. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, and so we can let YouTube know that I'm putting out great content. And if you have any other topics you want me to talk about on this channel, please make sure to leave me a message. Now I'll have my contact details, so if you have specific questions about investing in the London property market or how we as a buying agent can really help you do that, make sure to leave me a comment or reach out directly. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to check out the other videos on my YouTube channel where I share great things about the London property market and living in this incredible city. So that's Arinzeh with Onyx Property Team and Keller Williams. Bye for now.